The air was thick and heavy, smelling of damp earth and pine, the kind of smell that promises a cool, quiet evening. There were 4 of us, me, Liam, Chloe, and Ben. We'd planned this little hike for weeks, a final adventure before summer ended. The idea was simple: catch the sunset from Eagles Peak, a small clearing just a couple of miles into Blackwood Forest. The sun was already starting its descent, painting the sky in brilliant strokes of orange and purple as we passed the trailhead sign. The light filtering through the canopy was beautiful, almost magical. We were laughing, joking about a final exam we'd all just passed. The path was well worn and the hike was easy. But as we walked deeper, the forest seemed to swallow the light faster than it should have. The vibrant colors of the sky vanished, replaced by a deepening twilight that felt premature. Liam checked his watch. "Barely 6:30, he said, his voice a little strained. "Sun shouldn't set for another hour." We all looked up. The canopy was so dense now that only slivers of bruised purple sky were visible. A strange quiet fell over us, the kind where you can hear your own heartbeat. We reached Eagles Peak, but there was no sunset to see. Just a wall of trees and a sky that was rapidly turning a starless, inky black. A chill that had nothing to do with the evening air snaked down my spine. "This is weird," Chloe whispered, hugging herself. "It feels late." Ben pulled out his phone, the screen's glow unnaturally bright in the sudden dark. "No signal," he announced, stating the obvious. My own phone was the same. Dead. Not out of battery, just off. It wouldn't turn back on. We all tried ours. Same result. Panic began to prickle at the edges of my calm. "Okay, let's just head back," Liam said, trying to sound like the leader he usually was. "We stick to the path. We'll be at the car in an hour." We agreed, a little too quickly, and turned around. The path we just walked was gone. Or not gone, but different. It looked older, overgrown, as if no one had walked it in years. The familiar markers we'd noted on the way in a split oak, a curiously shaped boulder, had vanished. We were surrounded by an endless, monotonous sea of dark trees. The air grew colder. We pushed forward, using the weak beams of our flashlights, which seemed to be dimming with every passing minute. Every rustle of leaves, every snap of a twig, made us jump. The silence between the sounds was worse, though. It was a heavy, listening silence. We called out, our voices sounding small and pathetic, swallowed by the oppressive dark. There was no echo. It felt like shouting into a pillow. Hours must have passed. My legs ached, my throat was raw. We were walking in circles, I was sure of it. We kept passing the same gnarled, twisted tree, its branches like skeletal fingers reaching for us. Then we started hearing it. A soft sound, like fabric dragging across the forest floor. It was distant at first, but it was getting closer. We'd freeze, turn off our lights, and hold our breath, listening. The dragging sound would stop when we stopped, and start again when we moved. It was following us, pacing us. We started to run, stumbling over roots, our breath coming in ragged gasps. The dragging sound got faster, closer, right behind us. We finally broke through a line of trees into a clearing and stopped dead. In the center of the clearing was a single ancient-looking signpost, the wood rotted and covered in moss. An arrow was carved into it, pointing back the way we came. And beneath the arrow, etched in a crude, shaky hand, were the words, "The sun doesn't come here." That's when we saw it. Standing at the edge of the trees, just beyond the reach of our fading flashlights, was a figure. It was tall and impossibly thin, draped in what looked like dark, tattered cloth. It didn't have a face, just a smooth, pale oval where features should be. It didn't move. It just stood there, watching. And from beneath its ragged hem, something was dragging on the ground. My flashlight flickered one last time and died. We were left in total, absolute darkness. All I could hear was that slow, dragging sound. and it was getting closer.